What's up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room. Sorry about getting you this video late. I was watching some college football and hanging out with the family, doing some things. But man, we had a killer day today. I want to keep the momentum going. I want to finish this week off strong. Doesn't matter what the market's doing, going up, going down, going sideways. We're going to make money and we're going to do our thing, all right? So without further ado, let's get into the video. And if you're ready, follow me and let's go to war together. Traders War Room, baby. Let's get it.
I'm on it. Hey, you know I'm on that though, man. Y'all, come join it. In the Traders War Room, warring with the market every day. We on Zoom. Never gonna quit. Ain't no way we gonna lose.
Before we get started, let's go ahead and look at some of the trades that we closed out today for profit. We closed out of our Starbucks trade today, left a couple runners just in case we get some more momentum. But man, a beautiful trade right there, $47 per contract. Another swing trade that we went ahead and rode off of momentum, dealing with those flight cancellations. Love, we took that 34 put. Guys, absolutely destroyed this trade, $54 per contract. And the big mamma jamma, man, we closed out SPY. Our entry was 132. We went ahead and trimmed out pretty heavy at $3. And guys, check to see what it closed out when I looked at the market at the end of the day. And it closed at $3.95. And guys, that's an absolute monster. That's a 3x on the day trade, baby. And we're going to go ahead and sell this at the bell tomorrow for some big money. And guys, if you want killers like this every single day, all you got to do is quit wasting that money that's not making money and join the team, guys. All the links are in the description. I hope to see you on our trading platform. Without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so let's look at what's trending in the market currently. And here's how your market's closed today. As you can see, right from the gate, it got that downward pressure and it didn't let up. You saw a little bit of a light towards midday and a little bit of a surge towards closing, but nothing significant, and it just continued down. Now, what I do want to say about this is I like markets like this. Take this, for example, right? You go in at puts right here, and you ride this all the way down, okay? Now, you can go ahead because you're following the trend and keep that and roll that into a swing, but you can also play the upswing as well, okay? You can play the upward momentum. Now, of course, this would be a day trade, but what I'm getting at is I love markets where you can play both sides of the coin so that you can make money on both going longs and short. So it was a fantastic market day for us today at Traders War Room, and I hope we get some continuation and a killer market session tomorrow as well. Here's your futures, looking a little mixed. Obviously, we don't look too much into the after-hour futures. Really, what we want to do is we're going to look at pre-market, see where the trends are at, and try to make the best educated decision for the momentum of the day so that we can make money off the trend. Here was your sector performance, and as you can see, everything was red. But I want you guys to keep your eye on these two sectors right here, okay? Keep an eye on the financials and the healthcare sector, all right? I'm looking for these to turn. Probably, maybe not this week because we got a lot of downward pressure, but going into next week, I'm liking these for a little bit of a relief. So keep your eye on the financials and the healthcare sectors, as I think that these will get a little bit of a bounce and a resurgence so we can make money off some longs. And here's your big money with the buy and sell ratios, guys. What I like about this chart is it's giving you a pretty good indication of who's in control, the bulls or the bears. And as you can see, we got a little bit of red, but we got a lot of green, especially in some of the big sectors, all right? So there's still some bulls out there that are pushing some big money, okay? But when we're starting to get some of these big sell-offs with people trying to, get into the end of the year and, tax write-offs and stuff like this, you're going to see some of the pressure. But I do think that we're going to see some bull type of rallies, maybe not closing out this week, but going into the next week, trying to get a little bit of relief day from some of these drastic dumps that we've had the past couple of trading sessions. Here's your most active stocks, and guys, we see a lot of red over there, okay? A lot of these were just destruction, so puts definitely paid off big time on some of these trades. But look at Tesla right there, okay? Man, Tesla had been sliding for so long. It actually had a really nice surge of a day today and made some money on some calls for people, pushing at that 3% and stuff like that. But we're definitely paying attention to a lot of these because what we like about them is their dramatic movements and they have high volume, and we can easily follow the trend, making money going both long and short. And here's your trending stocks, guys. These are your top gainers, and definitely what a surprise on that Kayla. Man, I saw that one pop off, and that thing was skyrocketing. And what I thought was weird is I looked at Robinhood, they didn't have options on it, but then you look at Webull, and they did have options on it. But definitely it was more of a day trade stock type of trade where you go in with shares. But man, what a killer trade that was. But we're definitely paying attention to a few of these other ones. Check those red arrows right there. Paying attention to those in pre-market and seeing if they got something going on during the regular trading session. Here's your top losers. And guys, what I love about watching the losers is that sometimes when things dramatically knee-jerk sell off, you hit that bottom and it gets really oversold, you get a dramatic push. Now, say something drops like 30%, right? You're not really going to see a 30 to 45% push, covering the entire difference, right? But a lot of times you'll see a little bit of a 10%, maybe a 15% push from the bottom before it goes another leg down if it follows the continuation to the downside. So I do like looking at these losers for rejection plays, and we're definitely paying attention to a couple of them. Check out the red arrows. And we'll pay attention to these in pre-market and see if they give us some opportunity to make some money when that bell rings. For you option traders out there, here's some unusual option activity. Guys, what we like about the unusual option activity is we look to these as potential dramatic movements going one way or the other, right? A lot of times when you see these big unusual options, it's big money buying, and you have to think the term follow the big money, right? Well, maybe they have some inside information. Maybe they know something that other people don't know, and they're looking for the push one way or the other over a period of time. So that's why we like to follow these. And a lot of times these can make some pretty decent money, especially if you buy at the money or in the money as much as you can afford and allow yourself some time. And here's your unusual volume for stock tickers. Now, again, what we like about the unusual volume, kind of like the unusual option activity, is that a lot of times when we're seeing some of these unusual volume, if there is not a catalyst that is named apparently at the time, there's usually something that follows it. Maybe it's just, a short squeeze coming in. Maybe it's just moving on some sort of a sentiment or something like that. But we still pay attention to them because the unusual volume is our first indicator of potentially a dramatic push or a swing in the underlying price going one way or the other. So you can play regular stocks with these, or you can even follow the trends and play options as well. Here's your top trending stocks, and we're definitely paying attention to a few of these, and I'll have the charts here in a moment on some of these tickers right here. All right, let's get into some of the hot news and see what is going on in the market space and the global economy so that we can see if we can find some trends and some diamonds in the rough. Top news. So Musk is telling Tesla workers not to be bothered by the stock market craziness. If any of you guys are paying attention to Tesla, you know that this stock has been completely a wow type of reaction, okay? But the chief executive Musk told employees they should not be bothered by the stock market craziness after the company's share fell nearly 70% this year on jitters over softening demand for electric vehicles and Musk's distraction with running Twitter. Other news, Asian shares skid as COVID surge in China unsettles investors. So Asian shares market fell along with oil price on Thursday as soaring COVID cases in China unsettle investors who have been expecting the world's second biggest economy to regather momentum after the relaxation of stringent COVID curbs. Now, we're paying attention to this because we got some calls out on some of the Chinese tech names that we're expecting a little bit of a bounce and a relief from. However, we're watching this very closely because if we start skidding to the downside more drastically, all we got to do is switch those calls over to puts and ride the momentum out. And final story, Southwest flight upheaves a system failure, U.S. says. Basically, the transportation secretary said Wednesday that the pressure on Southwest Airlines with thousands more canceled flights indicated a system failure at the low-cost carrier. Basically, at first they said that it was weather related, right? Then the CEO said that we had some breakdowns in internal systems. And then the investigation from the DOT came out and said that, yes, there was no reason to have this many canceled flights and having passengers delayed and stranded, so on and so forth, without having some sort of system and internal system failure. All right, probably the part of the video that everyone is waiting on. Let's go ahead and get into the stocks and the charts that I'm liking, and let's look at some levels and see if we can make some money closing out this year and pushing into 2023. All right, so let's talk about SPY real quick. I got two triggers out here. I got the 379.21. We'll call that 379.25, and the 375.39. We'll call that 375.50. I like these for triggers going both ways. Okay, what we're looking for is closing above or below these trigger lines for our moves that we can go short or long. Tesla. Whatever you think about Tesla, guys, this thing likes to move. And what I'm liking about this is that it's been beat up so much. I mean, just literally on, December 13th, this thing was $180, and we're already down almost 60, 70 bucks from there. Okay, so I do like this for a push up to the upside. I think this could easily see 120 by the end of the week with some volume. Pushing it the next week, we could get even 125. Google, it's trading in a really tight window, so the triggers for Google are going to be really tight. I got 86.71 for the top level, and I got 85.82 for the bottom level. But really, right now, unless we get the closing fully above or below those triggers, I'm not really looking to trade this because it's not giving much opportunity for big money because it's trading so tight. So we need a breakout or a breakdown over these levels so that we can definitely get our next leg push, whether it's to the upside or to the downside. That's what we're looking for on Google. A little off cuff from what I normally do with the big ticker items. I want you guys to pay attention to NUWE. Guys, this could be a classic too much too soon, which is why I have some aggressive top level and bottom level tickers. But again, with the aggressive too much too soon, you can get the dramatic push to the downside. So I'm looking for a close above $12 for continuation to the upside. And if we start to break down, I'm looking for that 1050 level to the downside. And then we could probably even see back into the 9s or the 8s on some heavy downward pressure just from sheerly the too much too soon violent push that this stock recently has seen. Another one I want you to pay attention to on the same lines is Kayla. And again, another classic idea that this could be too much too soon, but we definitely have to respect the trend. So we got the top level at 1765. I want to see a close above that again, which will give me the idea that yes, continuation to the upside, possibly 20 bucks is in the cards. And if not, I want to look for a close below the $14 range so that we can see potentially coming back down to reality, $12 and $10 in the near future. So we're definitely paying attention to these because this could give us some dramatic money going both ways, long and short. And finally, the last one I want you guys to pay attention to is Microsoft. I like where we're at. I think we're going to reject from the bottom, and we could see a push past 235 going into 236, 237. However, if we end up breaking down from this area, the next zone that I can see in Microsoft would be 230, and we could consider going on a swing put if we start to break down below this 233, 232 area. So we're definitely paying attention to this, and we're going to make money off of this going both ways. All right, team, that's the video. I want you guys to also keep this on your radar and put this on your calendar. Friday, we're going to have our end-of-year town hall, and we're going to go over everything Traders War Room, what we got going on in 2023, all the classes, the university, our vision, forward guidance on our platforms, and everything to close off this year and look into our new campaign for 2023. So I hope to see max participation, and definitely keep a lookout for the social media posts because I'm going to be plugging this all the way until we actually go live on Friday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, team, that's it. I want to invite you to come trade with the bulls over at Traders War Room. Guys, a lot of these platforms out here are junk and they're garbage. They're not teaching you how to make money. They're not giving you the signals to make money. And guys, you're losing a lot of time and ground on your trading journey by being in some of these bunk type of platforms. Come over to something real, join Traders War Room, and come and get some with the bulls, guys. Without further ado, if you're ready, follow me, and let's go to war together, team. Traders War Room.
Stop, I'm on it. Hey, you know I'm on that though, man. Y'all, come join it. In the Traders War Room, warring with the market every day we on Zoom. Never gonna quit, ain't no way we gonna lose.